Hey guys, have you ever wondered what happens if you're in the middle of a no contact phase with someone and they're doing the exact same thing? Feels like this unspoken challenge, right? But before you get too wrapped up in overthinking it, let's break it down step by step so you'll know exactly how to handle a situation like this. First, let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're standing outside and all of a sudden, it starts pouring rain. You could scream at the sky, yell for the rain to stop, but would that make it stop? No, right? The rain keeps falling because it's something beyond your control. Their silence is like that rain. The more energy you spend trying to fight it or obsessing over it, the more exhausted you'll feel. Now, let's go back to this no contact phase. A lot of people misunderstand what no contact is really about. Many think it's a tactic to make someone miss you, to make them come back, or even to make them realize what they've lost. But the truth is, no contact is so much more than just a relationship strategy. It's about you. It's about learning how to focus on yourself instead of constantly thinking about someone else. So, ask yourself this: how much energy have you been spending thinking about them? How often do you check their social media just to see if they've posted something? Or maybe you're still hoping they'll text you out of the blue. If you said yes to any of that, it means you're giving them way too much control over your emotions. And honestly, that control, it should belong to you. I get it. It's not easy to break out of these habits. We're human. It's totally normal to think about someone you care about or used to care about. But that's exactly where the challenge lies. This phase is your opportunity to shift your focus from them to you. Imagine what you could achieve if all the energy you've been pouring into thinking about them was redirected towards something productive. For example, instead of spending time stalking their social media, why not try building a new habit that makes you feel good? Start working out, learn a new skill, or even just go for a walk and enjoy your own company. At first, it might feel weird or even empty, but over time, you'll realize you have so much more control over your happiness than you thought. But let me be clear, focusing on yourself doesn't mean you're selfish or that you don't care about them. It's about respecting yourself enough to give yourself time to heal and grow. If you keep viewing this phase as a game of who's stronger or winning, you're just going to exhaust yourself. Because honestly, in this situation, there's no winner or loser. Here's the thing: sometimes, when we stop obsessing over something, we actually end up getting what we want. Why? Because people can sense your energy. If your energy is overly focused on them, they'll feel it. You're still attached. But when you shift that focus to yourself, you start radiating a different kind of energy, one that's stronger, more confident, and much more attractive. At this point, reflection is key. Every night before you go to bed, ask yourself, did I do something good for myself today? It could be something small, like resisting the urge to check their profile, or something big, like completing a work project. Each of these small wins brings you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. And don't forget to be honest with yourself. If you're feeling lonely or scared that they'll forget about you, it's okay. Those feelings are valid and totally human. What matters is that you don't let those emotions dictate your actions. Acknowledge how you feel, accept it, but don't act on it impulsively. Trust me, every time you hold back from making an emotional decision, it's a small victory worth celebrating. Now, I want you to imagine something. Picture the best version of yourself, the one who's more confident, happier, and fully focused on your goals. What do you see? How do you feel? That's the version of you worth chasing. Because the more you focus on self improvement, the more you'll realize you don't need anyone's validation to feel whole. And finally, let me remind you of this: this journey isn't about them, it's about you. It's about how you grow into a better person, regardless of what happens with them. If they eventually realize your worth and come back, great. But if they don't, that's okay too. Because in the end, you've already won. You've become the best version of yourself. And that's what truly matters. So, starting now, let's focus on you. Don't let their silence or anything they do control your life. You're so much stronger than you give yourself credit for, and I know you'll get through this just fine. Remember, big changes start with small steps. And the first step, choosing to love yourself. See you in the next video.